If you were thrown onto the 8 major planets of the solar system, you would die in such an absurd way. The first stop, Mercury, which is closest to the sun and sounds terribly hot. But what's truly abnormal is that Mercury also has the most extreme temperature contrast in the solar system. During the day, the surface temperature on one side can reach over 400 degrees Celsius, and the sunlight is like a flame shooting right up to your face. As soon as you step out of the cabin, the spacesuit's cooling system starts alarming wildly. Your skin gets burned by radiation, and your body temperature quickly spirals out of control. But if you hide on the side of the night, don't think you're safe. Mercury has almost no atmosphere and cannot retain any heat. Nighttime temperatures can drop to minus 180 degrees Celsius. At first, it was just numbness in his fingers. Then his muscles stiffened, his thinking slowed, and he couldn't even press the distress button steadily. Mercury's cruelty lies in the fact that it gives you 2 choices, either be dried by the sun or slowly shut down in the dark. The second stop, Venus, looks like Earth's twin, shrouded in thick golden clouds. But when you pass through that sulfuric acid cloud and land, you enter a planetary factory that corrodes, burns, and crushes people. Venus's surface temperature is close to 470 degrees Celsius, enough to turn lead into liquid. The atmospheric pressure is about 90 times that of Earth's sea level, as if you're being forced into the deep sea. As soon as you land, the spacesuit's casing starts to deform. The cooling system can't keep up, and the sealing layer groans under high heat and pressure. A few seconds later, the thick atmosphere of carbon dioxide pressed down like a wall of heat, and before your body could feel the pain, your consciousness began to blur. The beauty of Venus is the most dangerous trap. From afar, it looks like heaven, but falling into hell means hell. The third stop, Mars, is the best at deceiving people because it looks so much like humanity's future second home. The red desert, ancient rivers, massive canyons. It looks like it's just one base away from the start. But Mars's gentleness only exists in photos. Its atmosphere is extremely thin, mainly composed of carbon dioxide, and its pressure is far lower than Earth's. As soon as a small hole appears in the spacesuit, the pressure drops rapidly. You become short of breath. Your blood and bodily fluids experience a dangerous boiling reaction. Your skin starts to swell, your brain becomes oxygen deprived, and your vision gradually darkens. What's even more troublesome is that the Martian dust storms are sharp and may not blow you away, but those tiny dust particles can penetrate gaps in equipment, block filters, wear joints, and cut off oxygen systems. Mars won't tear you apart immediately. It will first make you believe you can survive, then extinguish hope with the smallest glitch. The fourth stop, Jupiter. From here, the so-called landing no longer holds up because Jupiter has no real solid ground. It is the largest planet in the solar system, mainly composed of hydrogen and helium. When you enter its atmosphere, it's like falling into a bottomless sea of storms. At first, the spacecraft might still be stable, but as it goes down, pressure, temperature, and wind speed skyrocket. Jupiter's lightning is even more terrifying than Earth's thunderstorms. A single bolt of lightning could directly pierce the probe module, causing communications, electricity, and oxygen supply to fail simultaneously. You will be trapped in a metal coffin that keeps sinking. Outside, there was a high-speed turbulence. Below, the abyss grew heavier and heavier. Jupiter doesn't need the ground to crash you down. It will drag you into unseen darkness with layer upon layer of atmosphere. The fifth stop, Saturn, is the most ceremonial death scene in the solar system. From a distance, Saturn's rings look like glowing cosmic rings, but as you get closer, you realize that the halo is a fast-flying band of debris made up of countless blocks of ice, rocks, and dust, some as small as grains of sand, as large as houses. If a spaceship collides with a high-speed ice rock, its shell will be instantly pierced. Even if you get lucky enough to pass through the halo, Saturn itself won't give you a foothold. Like Jupiter, it is a gas giant composed of hydrogen and helium, with deep inside gales, high pressure, and increasingly strange states of matter. The most terrifying thing about Saturn is that it first draws you close with beautiful scenery, then leaves you trapped in the rings with fragments. The sixth stop, Uranus, almost lying sideways around the sun, with a blue-green exterior, calm like a frozen gem, but this ice giant is anything but gentle. Its atmosphere is mainly hydrogen and helium, and it also contains methane, which gives it a blue-green color. If your spacesuit breaks, suffocation, low temperatures, and toxic environments will all come into play. Uranus's upper atmosphere is extremely cold, with temperatures as low as minus 224 degrees Celsius. Here, the material becomes brittle, and the sealing ring fails. Even a tiny crack can cause the life support system to collapse. The deeper you go, the increased pressure skyrockets. Scientists believe that diamond rain may form inside ice giants, and your carbon could become the strangest relic in the universe under extreme conditions. The seventh stop, Neptune, the farthest planet in the solar system and the most aggressive blue monster. Wind speeds here can exceed 2,000 kilometers per hour, approaching supersonic levels. As soon as the spacecraft was swept into the atmosphere, the cabin began to churn violently. The metal structure emitted a harsh tugging sound. Pressure gauges started to jump wildly, and the seats pressed against your chest so tightly you could barely breathe. A few seconds later, your blood starts to accumulate in your lower limbs, your brain becomes oxygen deprived, and dark spots appear at the edges of your visual field. The blue clouds out the window no longer resemble scenery, but resemble a spinning giant mouth. Methane ice crystals, high-speed turbulence, and massive storms constantly pound against the spaceship. When the last layer of protection is torn off, you can no longer hear the alarm, and you will pass out immediately. Finally, here's an Easter egg for you. Pluto. It's no longer one of the 8 major planets, but just a dwarf planet, but its way of dying is just as cold and decisive. This place is too far from the sun, with sunlight as weak as a running flashlight, and the surface temperature is about minus 230 degrees Celsius. As soon as the insulation system malfunctions, the cold will bite you immediately. Within seconds, the skin is frostbite and the circulatory system goes out of control. A few minutes later, your core temperature dropped below the danger line and you lost consciousness. The organs stopped working. After completing this round, you'll realize that the solar system has never been gentle. The Earth looks ordinary because it protects you so well. The atmosphere, magnetic fields, oceans, temperature, pressure, all things you take for granted are special cases the universe has opened for life. Don't forget, the blue planet beneath your feet is the only place in the solar system that can truly catch you.